Hello, Gemini. Welcome to April. So your ruling planet hanging out with Neptune right now. So yeah, things might still be a little bit weird, but hopefully y'all are feeling like, well, I was going to say a little bit more energized or at least peaceful. And we get two cards that indicate peace. So maybe that's really more of where it's going, right? Feeling a little bit more cool with everything. I was just thinking about temperance, actually. I was driving around and I was like, temperance is such a beautiful card of alchemy with the two cups, the duality or polarity and taking water from one and putting it into the next. So really think on your perspective of everything, because if people are having negative perspectives, they can just simply change the way they see something and feel a lot better about it, And I think that's kind of important with the temperance card, because as we are always creating, as we are always transmuting, as we are always manifesting, justice just gives us back what we put out. That's all. It's just the law of the universe. What goes out must come in, right? It's the opposite reaction that's equal to what we do. And when we change what we do, we change the outcome. It's so simple. It's so basic. I mean, it's nothing groundbreaking here. It's just, well, here's two major arcana that speak directly to that. And when Mars makes his way into your sign this month, I think you're going to feel a lot more empowered by all of this. Aries season being very much about planting seeds. It's about the beginning stages of creation. And when you do so from a very peaceful standpoint, it's not like you're planting seeds out of desperation, like, I got to go do this. I got to change this. I got to, make this person do that or this. Da, 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 da. When you feel peaceful, the outcome can't help but also be peaceful. So beautiful way to begin the reading. Let's give it some context though. Yeah, shall we? It's cards of Sagittarius and Libra. Okay. Both of those. Temperance is all about alignment. It's so great when we feel that, and sometimes it comes and goes, but when we feel it, it's like, I want to hang on to it. My mind, my heart, and my spirit all saying the same things. And no matter what the outside world is doing, I'm centered, I'm balanced, right? Justice, I'm balanced, I'm good. I'm relaxed. There's really not a lot of effort being exerted here. Well, what did I just say? This is you guys for sure. And as the sun is moving through the 11th house, does this not make, well, look, the sun is officially at 0 degrees, 3 minutes right now. So the sun just barely entered into Aries as I'm doing this reading. It's going to be connecting with Chiron today and tomorrow, right? It's right conjunct right now. So it's all about taking it in stride. It's 11th house, all about detachment and the Aquarian vibe. So it's no wonder that Gemini, fellow air sign, is coming out very Aquarian-like. Creative, continued creativity, really high-mindedness, high-level perspectives, taking things from the 10,000 foot or 30,000 foot perspectives, and really not a lot of action with this either. This is kind of not your MO, right? Gemini is known for its mutability, making changes. It's adaptive. It's creative. It's very agile. It can turn on a dime. Beautiful thing about Gemini. But here you come out fixed. Here you come out steady and stable. And it wouldn't surprise me if you are the rock this month for a lot of other people. You are the one who's very mature, right? Evolved because of all of this 8th house stuff that's going on. Making you see things like, wow, I've never really lived my life like this before. I think a lot of you are changing the way you've lived your lives, right? You're changing the way you've lived your lives. It doesn't mean you have to be chill out all the time. You're still going to be going and being active and doing things. All it simply means is that you are unshaken by things. You've attained kind of a higher level of awareness here, which is beautiful. And I even love the kind of justice aspect, both of these coming out side by side. Sword upright. Ready to yield and ready to use if needed. But yet at the same time, the sword not necessarily being used as a weapon, right? The sword here being used as a symbol of authority, right? Your mind, using your thoughts, using your language as a symbol of authority. And I think Gemini is actually going to be held back a little bit communication wise because Mercury, your ruling planet, is still in Pisces. It's still retrograde right now. Venus also coming through, Pisces this month too. So, there is still just some of that dreaminess stuff going on. And I think Gemini, you're like, I'm just going to, I'm going to really just hang out. And every kind of month I do these readings, there's always a theme that comes out for everybody. Last month, it was all about fluidity. This month, it's all about the chill factor, right? Just relaxing and continuing with the path that you set forth last month. Just not a lot of effort needs to really be exerted, Six of Coins is very reminiscent of our scales of justice here too. In fact, both scales here are balanced, okay? Like I said, whatever it is you've been putting out, it's certainly time for that stuff to start coming back to you now. Be careful that you... See, I think what's happening, there was some situation in your life where you were maybe overly indulgent or overly invested. A personal relationship, a work situation, a project you had going on. There was just too much of an imbalance because it was all like you toward the thing or toward the person. And now, as you're taking on this very detached vibe, which I think really began last month, you're pulling it back, you're scaling it back, you're kind of reining it in here, allowing for the balance to be found. But still, like when something is taken away from something, it then creates kind of a snapback effect or a vacuum of some sort. So it wouldn't surprise me if all of a sudden all this stuff started coming at you, because where there was effort being exerted, now it's, going back the other direction. So in order to find that equilibrium, things are probably going to be coming to you, whether it comes in the form of phone calls or Instagram DMs or, people knocking on your door, blowing up your phone, whatever it is. They want a piece of what Gemini's got going. Everybody wants what a king has going for them, because when someone sees a king who is stable, who is working smart, not hard, who is intelligent and knowledgeable and able to go about and be in the world while simultaneously maintaining a spiritual component. Let's not forget the Temperance card that also came out first, right? So you have that beautiful balance of the whole thing. And again, the transmutation quality of being able to see something that could normally be seen as difficult or bad and seeing it in a very positive light. Maybe you do, well, it was a lesson. Maybe you do that. Or maybe it's just like, it doesn't have to matter. I'm not going to be psychologically damaged by this, or whatever it is. I'm just going to choose not to be damaged. And when people see that, they're like, wow, that's something that I want to be able to do. I want to be able to, have that kind of strength and that kind of power. So it's no wonder why people might want to be coming to you. People see rocks when they're kind of flailing around a little bit. They see people who are solid and they try to grab on. They try to grab on. And I don't know that you're really grab-onable, though. A King of Swords is not grab-onable. People are going to try, but it's not going to be possible. You're too high up, right? You're too high up on the mountain here. And people are going to have to climb really, really high in order to grab onto you. And by the time they get there, they're going to be like, oh, I don't need to grab onto them. I can do it myself. I don't know what I was so desperate for. I don't know why I needed Gemini so much, or I don't know why I wanted what they had. Look, I created it myself. So like, you're kind of being this amazing leader right now for everybody. You're being a leader. And you're showing everyone like, hey, this is what's possible. I think there's a lot of attention on Gemini right now. I really, really do. And people that have Gemini circulating or, satellite energies or main, prominent characters in their movie called Life, they're looking to Gemini and they're kind of wondering where all this all of a sudden came from. Where did these tables start turning, because I think for a long time people felt superior to you. And now they're being proven dead wrong. They are, like plain and simple. You're proving everybody wrong just by your being. It's not necessarily what you're doing or what you're accomplishing. It's not about your money situation. It's not about anything. It's just about the way you are. I think in the past, people grossly misinterpreted your energy. They didn't see it. They didn't know what they had. They didn't know. They just couldn't vibe with it. Yeah. Of course they're looking at you. Of course they are. Whenever a court card or even the major arcana has directionality, like see how this card is just straightforward and this one is turned in one direction, I often see the ones that are just like face front. Like I think it's only the King of Swords and the Emperor, if I'm remembering correctly, in terms of the masculine energies that are face forward. They seem to be more just independent. They really don't need anyone. Again, 11th house activity, the Aquarian vibe. You just really don't need anybody at this juncture. And people can come and go and they can offer to help or not. It doesn't matter. Whoever is involved, like you're still going to get the stuff done. If you're in a romantic partnership, you're kind of taking the spotlight a little bit. And your King of Wands, whoever it is, friend, colleague, boss, boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife, brother, sister, whoever, they're looking to you and they're like, I kind of, like I said, and I think on some level they're even looking to you and be like, how can I incorporate some of what Gemini has got into my own life? You're stepping into this weird role model place, whether or not you like it or not, whether you're intending for that or not. Again, it's just your way of being, but people are looking at you. Clearly, they're looking at you and they see you. I think air signs in general, it's funny, Libra last month also, that was the name of their movie. Like, they see you, Libra. They see you, Gemini. People are watching. You know how they always say, live like no one's watching? And then you know that people are watching you. But it's if you live the way or as though no one was watching, knowing that they are watching you anyway, look how much freedom can come with that. And how much more empowered you can be. In fact, people's attention, even just their eyes, even just it can be fuel for you. And not in an ego kind of way, but in this like, wow, I didn't know I was here. Let's see how far I can go. And it does mean financial success, career ambition. It does mean family goals, beauty goals, love goals, whatever it is. This is a romantic thing. Someone definitely has their eye on you. This is a card of Leo. Could be a fire sign though. We do have, like I said, Sagittarius, but could also be Aries as well. So, it is a time for relationships with the new moons in Libra. There's going to be 2 this month in Libra, 0 degrees and 29 degrees. We're working up to the new moon. Okay, well, the moon right now in this particular instant is sitting at 28 degrees of Virgo. So, we're almost there, a couple degrees away from the full moon tonight. And there's that, do I want to be in a relationship? I just posted a meme today on Instagram that was like, how can I be in a relationship and be single at the same time? And Gemini, it was like Gemini, Sagittarius, Aquarius, right? How can I have a relationship and be single at the same time? There's kind of this essence of transcending duality there. And I think a King of Swords is the perfect modality to do that, transcending duality, maintaining independence, maintaining your autonomy, but also being connected as well, and also caring. Because I think that It is your caring that's going to help you continue down this path of like leadership, right? Of role modeling. Look at how much balance is going on here. Justice, the scales of the 6 of coins, and also the balancing of the cups in temperance. So as much turmoil as there was like in December, January with the eclipses, and there might still be more coming up for you like in July with the eclipses in Cancer. Yeah, okay. Yeah, we get it, of course there's going to be that. But for right now, you're in the power seat. You are in the power seat. And people see you and they're trying to figure out how they can incorporate what you're doing into their own life. They want to be a part of it. 4 of Swords. Another peaceful card. I don't know what to say. These are the cards coming out. It's a card of chill factor, meditation, reflection, objectivity versus subjectivity, ridding yourself of any preconceived biases and any preconceived notions. There's a quality of shedding past energies and also forgetting. Resetting yourself for the current moment. I love the purple in this card, the purple being the perfect balance of red and blue, indicating the balance of the right brain, left brain. You, Gemini, understand the duality very, very well. So, here it is, like this merging that's happening. Gemini merging its twins, merging the two things together for the benefit of all involved. If you have turbulence in your life, it's probably not a reflection of you, right? They always say life is a mirror. It's problem. If something's problematic, there might be something going on. Like, yeah, okay, but there's also a couple different kind of mirrors. My other favorite kind of mirror is sometimes life will present to us things that we judge. When we find ourselves judging or opining with someone, or a situation, we're giving off our opinions, we have feelings about something. Okay, well, we're being given an opportunity to work through those kinds of judgments in order to tap into higher levels of compassion. Higher levels of compassion, temperance. When justice is upright, there is no critical, harsh judgment. This is kind of funny to have these cards coming out. I often see justice as being a lot more cold, a little bit more merciless, and temperance is kind of introducing grace. So you have kind of both leniency and harshness at the same time. Well, what do we say? Duality. What can we say? Here's the merging of the two. So if there is tumultuous stuff going on, there are people having drama, hissy fits, whatever it is that people are doing, step back and say, maybe this isn't reflecting back things about my personality, but maybe it's reflecting back things that I judge about others. And therein lies some kind of opportunity for you to learn more about yourself. We'll definitely clarify that King of Wands, though. No reversals so far, so. Okay, new opportunities. And it's springtime. I love this card for a springtime, right? Spring equinox, Aries season, new year, boom, planting seeds, boom, here's the reward. I genuinely believe your manifestation powers are really strong right now. Mars coming into your sign, of course they are. Even though the Magician is a card ruled by Mercury, I often see a very Mars-like quality with that because it's active. It's transmuting something from the ethereal realm into the physical world. That's Mars, right? It's the warrior-like energy. Go into the ether, pull it out, create it into life, and boom, here it is. This could be money, could be a job, it could be a lover. I don't know that there's any particular area in your life that's being highlighted in these cards. Everyone will have their own stuff, but in these cards, it's just very open. So if you are fortunate enough to be enjoying just a lot of really just mellow energy, and everything just seems to be maintained and consistent, then I would just ride that wave for as long as you can. Genuinely would ride that wave for as long as you can. Get into the creative headspace, write, sing, play music, whatever you got to do to really get in the zone and just be you. See, whenever we find ourselves confused or we have multiple options placed in front of us and we simply just don't know which one to pick, it's because we don't have a strong enough desire or want. Desires and wants are really interesting because they, to me, this is just me, it feels like it's your future self setting things in motion to kind of get you to where you need to be. Future self, not necessarily higher self, right? And because we're kind of rewriting our timeline in any given present moment, if the desire is not there, it's because the desire, the thing that's best, is not really in front of you right now. This is the thing that's going to be coming, but I don't think it's here quite yet. So anything that you're like, okay, do I do this? Do I go here? Do I date the person? Do I take their offer? Do I take them seriously? Do I move? Just wait a while. Let's wait till Venus and Mercury get out of Pisces. Okay, let's at least do that because then everything will just start flowing a little bit better, right? Mercury, the planet of commerce and business, Venus, the planet of money and romance. So, I mean, there's a lot of implications in those two archetypes alone, right? So when it gets in the Aries, Mars will be in your sign and there will be more power, more drive, more push. And you'll feel so much more confident in decisions. If you were to like pick one of these things, it's very likely that it probably wouldn't really stick. You know, it probably would like fall by the wayside, or there would be like really a lot of effort put out in front and then it would fall down later. Like I said, be careful of how much you're investing in anything right now. The goal is more to simplify more than anything else. The goal is to pull it back, to get the things chasing you, right? To create that vacuum so that the space needs to be filled in with stuff. You know, that's going to be a better option for you right now. It's not outward directed, it's inward, pulling things in. Stone cold. Not saying you all have to be like assholes or anything, but like the King of Swords, right? Just a little bit stoic, a little bit unaffected, indifferent, transcending the duality a little bit. Simplification. What did I just say? See, the thing that I love about this card though is upright or reversed, irrelevant. He's only just really hanging on to the things that are important. And I don't see stubbornness here for you. I really don't see huge changes. I think you just kind of already went through that stuff. So it's more about like what happens as soon as you throw the rock into the swimming pool. Well, you need the water to like even back out again. So that's kind of just what's happening. So you're hanging on to only the most important things. And there might be a lot of consideration of like what's important enough to hang on to even, right? What's important enough to hang on to? So let's put the camera down here the way we do it. Turn it around. Okay, and let's get this deck out here. Oh, okay. Card of Lust. Beautiful. And the Hanged Man. See, Hanged Man is all about just chilling. Just chilling. It was actually similar to the Strength card in the Rider-Waite deck, right? This is the Lion, it's the woman. So it's about patience, and that's where the Strength comes in. Even, sorry, I just happened to see the bottom of my Clarifier deck, which is Strength. This Seven of Cups and the Hanged Man go very well together. There is going to come a point, probably this month or in Taurus season, where you're going to feel so much better about where everything is going. There's just really not going to be any question whatsoever about anything. And you'll feel like the yes that you gave to that thing or to that person is more real and more authentic. So, okay, I'm trying to think of like where to start. Let's start with the King of Wands in the center of the reading, because I think there wasn't a lot of content that came out around that person. Okay, we just got a whole bunch of things flipping over, so let's go ahead and pull them out. Hierophant reversed, High Priestess reversed, Sun reversed. Wow. Okay. Four of Cups. So this person is the cause, or yeah, I think the cause. Or they're taking the brunt of it, maybe. They're taking the brunt of your King of Swordsness right now. Because I don't know that you're especially in the most friendly mood. Maybe you are. Maybe some of you are like, yeah, I'm feeling really good. I don't know. Maybe you're not especially feeling like you're in the most friendly mood. And they're like, what's wrong? I think they're having a lot of stuff going on with them. I actually wasn't even really specifically clarifying anything. Those cards just came out, so we'll talk about those in the comprehensive too. Let's start being more specific here. Okay, let's look at the Hanged Man, actually. What else do you need to know about the Hanged Man? Star reversed and the Four of Coins upright this time. Okay, now let's look at lust or strength. See, you're the one that's exhibiting strength. You're the one that is very, very firm. Even though this person came out upright, all those reversed major arcana tell me that this person is not as stable as they appear on the surface. There's a whole bunch of stuff brewing. And that's fine. But you will need to be firm with them. And you will need to be strong with this particular relationship, this particular connection. What else? Temperance. Strength card coming out. King of Coins. One more for Temperance. King of Wands. You're the King of Coins. You are the King of Coins. Justice. A lot of masculine cards coming out here. Oh, 2 cards of Libra coming out. Okay. Balance, balance, balance. There is definitely going to be some feeling of loss or sadness or, yeah, there. I mean, the 5 of Wands, 5 of Coins, 5 of Swords. This is what's so beautiful about your particular disposition, is that you remain unaffected. I think a lot of the harsher, another card of Libra, I think a lot of the harsher energies coming out are on the part of the other people, person or parties involved. Okay, let's look at your energy, King of Swords. And the last King. Okay, well, we officially got all the Kings coming out. Okay, and we got the Page of Wands. Okay, 7 of Cups. There are lingering effects from 2018. There you are again, King of Swords. And I think a lot of you in 2018 were kind of meandering. 4 of Swords again. You were meandering with life goals. You were meandering a little bit with path and direction, and there were a whole bunch of projects that got started or relationships that got started and then they didn't finish. This year's not going to be like that so much. It's not going to be so wavy. I'm not going to clarify that one. I don't think we need to. 2019, this new astrological year, is going to be much more purposeful. It's going to be fast growth, but slow movement, right? Because this moment right now, this exact moment in time is really setting the tone for a lot of things for you. Okay? So you can keep this particular disposition if you choose to. It is a choice. Okay? So I'm going to leave you there. If you guys want to join me for the comprehensive, obviously you're more than welcome to join me on the website. If not, then have an amazing Aries season. Enjoy yourself. Take care of yourself. And I will see you next month. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.